So you went to a Kenny G concert?
Yeah, I did. That was it was awesome.
And Kenny G is a jazz musician.
Correct. Specifically, he plays the saxophone.
He plays the sax.
Yeah, and what he's very well renowned, very well known for is playing the soprano saxophone, which is the long, skinny saxophone that looks like a clarinet.
Okay, and so this was in Tampa?
It was in Clearwater.
Clearwater.
Yeah.
And how was this Kenny G concert? You never told me.
Man, because honestly, I was waiting to get it on the air because this was just such a memorable event. It was amazing. Went to the Sound in Clearwater, right?
Okay.
That beautiful amphitheater. I've only been there a handful of times, and it was awesome. Fortunately, I got there with only like the last quarter of the show left because I had work prior to the show, logistics, traffic, but I enjoyed what I could. It was amazing, man. He was going all out. I swear, at one point in time, he was playing so well by himself, mind you, that I thought there was 2 saxophones playing at once.
Damn.
Yeah,
This guy's not. He's the Slash of saxophones.
Yeah, people are like, man, he's just like, lame, but if you listen to what he's able to do, like, for example, to give you an example, right? He was playing a solo continuously for 15 minutes. I don't know how that man was breathing. I tell you.
Is there do I have to be sad to listen to jazz, or is there?
No, it was actually very joyous and happy musical ambiance because it was Christmas, right? Christmas themed music. But
Nice.
Yeah.
That's gonna warm me up inside.
Yeah, it was. Hey, it was like listening to a cup of hot chocolate. Smooth. You know what I'm saying?
I could smell what you're listening to. Well, that's a good night.
It was. But the night didn't end there, unfortunately, because something crazy happened after Mosh.
Something crazy happened. Now, a lot of people have used the phrase "something crazy happened," and then when they tell me what happened, it indeed was not crazy. So I would love to hear what crazy thing had happened to you.
Now, fortunately, I got out of the predicament unscathed. Although, unbeknownst to me, right? I'll give you a little bit of a setting. Park my car, right? Knowing that the concert's coming to an end. Go to the gate. Enjoy the concert. Kenny G. All laid back and relaxed. I get back to my vehicle, and I see 2 buses, one in front of the next, with a line of about 200 people waiting outside the first bus, all wearing the exact same thing. Looked like a bunch of airline attendants. I was confused. I pull up.
Scientologists?
How did you know?
Because I'm an old man, brother.
Dude, I was scared. As soon as I pulled up, they all looked at me simultaneously. I felt like I was in a movie, like I was doing something wrong. It was weird. And I had to wait because they were like all in front of my vehicle, so they're kind of blocking me in.
What do you know about science? Wow.
I was scared, honestly, Mom.
Are you scared of Scientologists?
I didn't want to get abducted, you know what I mean?
Now, so there's radical Christians, there's radical Islamists, there's radical Jewish people, there's radical everything. You've got radical Scientologists, but there are card-carrying regular people that are, I know some of them. I knew a guy named Omar who was a Scientologist, or is a Scientologist, and he gave me the book Dianetics that L. Ron Hubbard wrote, and a few other books. And a lot of them, it's kind of like a life, self-help life book.
Right.
They do have it's a weird organization, though, man. I don't know what's happening with the organization, but Clearwater is apparently the headquarters. So.
Well, the reason I was so scared is because...
Did you know Clearwater was the headquarters for Scientology?
For some reason or another, I didn't know that.
In the world.
I found out that night, Mosh, when 200 of them almost surrounded me, it felt like. So I did a little bit of research years prior, looking into Scientology and how basically, not pointing any fingers, but some people call them a cult because of their behavior on how they treat their members, right? And yeah, like you were saying, there are people in the outside world that are a part of Scientology, but also there are individuals that work a part of, like as part of Scientology as workers, essentially. They can sign either 2 or 5 year contracts, and after Scientology, like, really wants people to re-sign. And the craziest part is they have a third contract, Mosh, which you could sign for 1 billion years.
A billion.
1 billion years, Mosh.
A billion years?
I'm not joking. That's literally what it says. So looking into it, the reason being is because they want like your future lives, because they believe like you're more than your body, essentially. Not getting into the whole belief of Scientology, but essentially after you die, everything that you own gets disseminated back into the church, because their overall goal, which sounds nice, is to help all of mankind into humanity and spread, tranquility about, essentially. And it's like, okay, that sounds nice, but you're going to take everything I own if I'm a part of your organization?
Again, I don't know the exact doctrines of them. I know what
Yeah.
they look like. I can make fun of them, the way that they walk, just like I can make fun of other people. When I get into specifics, I don't know. I don't think many people know, but I'll tell you, it's there's normal people that are in there, but the way that they dress and band up down there in Clearwater is kind of funny. Not intimidated. It's very hard for me to get intimidated in the city of Clearwater because I've been to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And I've been to Baltimore, and I've been to Oakland, and I've been to Chicago. So you bring me to Clearwater, Florida, and tell me, yo, dude, were you scared of those people? No.
Well, here's the reason, right? And it's not like anything was going to happen or they're rioting on the streets. They weren't doing that, of course. Although the thought came across my mind as I was pulling up, what if they all surround me? Think about it. If 200
Why do they
people-
want to hurt you?
I wouldn't know. They're a cult. You know what I'm saying? They're
You don't know
Scientologists.
if they're a cult. That's like seeing a bunch of Jewish people and saying they're a cult. They're pretty much calling a religious sect a cult. They could all just be really nice people that are very in line.
Well, really in line with,
What did they do provocative toward you?
they looked at me.
You see what I'm saying? You are anti-Semitic.
But they're not Jewish. What?
I don't know, man. That's just the rules, bro. It's how the rules go.
Nah, bro. It was like they were all like, I don't know, ready to do something. I don't know.
You seen 200 Scientologists, and that was a threat. If you saw a couple of them, but a gaggle of Scientologists, that is automatically a threat to you.
Exactly.
What if it was 200 white people?
I would still feel threatened because it's the amassment of the crowd, Mosh.
So you don't care what race, creed, or whatever. The 200 people was threatening towards you. So why'd you go to a concert that could have 200 people at that concert if you're scared of groups of 200 people?
Okay, well, it's a Kenny G concert, first of all. So you think that the people going to that concert are violent in nature? No, bro.
I bet they were Scientologists.
No, they were all old. Well, they could be old Scientologists, but they were old, all right? They weren't threatening. And I left, and literally right across the street from the amphitheater is apparently their headquarters in Clearwater.
The hub?
It's the hub. They call it it was like Sandcastle Religious Retreat. I looked at the sign. I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound threatening, right? And it looked like a condo building. So I parked there.
Yo, I get these hilarious. Hold on. Hello? Hello?
Hi, my name is Chris from SPF Home Improvements and Remodeling Group. How are you?
I'm doing good, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for asking. We are reaching out for free homeowners in your area, especially those impacted.
I'm going to get this guy so bad. What do you mean? Oh, right when I say
Dang.
when I get him bad, he hangs it up, dude. I was prepared.
You
I was
muted it,
prepared.
too. I don't know.
I know, bro. He could tell. I sounded too reasonable for him to have a good phone call with. He was trying to rock. It's so weird that you've got so many people. I get 20 calls a day of accented people trying to give me healthcare stuff, but it's like it's scammery, and blocking up my phone call lines, and people were like, oh, you could just do this or do that. No, I can't. And why the hell is our government letting that happen? Bro, what if I had an emergency and someone was trying to call me, I didn't know the number? So it just pisses me off that this dude, and because they're from the same region, I want to make fun of the region, but then I'm going to be racist.
Well, more likely than not, they're not. Like, the area code that's shown is probably not where they're from.
It's never where his name is never Gary Smith, bro.
No,
It's never Tom Jones.
Nah, bro. They over there across the ocean, whether that be Africa or India or however many countries there are. I'm not pointing fingers, but people in low poverty nations are more likely than not going to do anything they can to make money. And as a matter of fact, there's like companies, well, businesses, so to say, in foreign countries that are set up to try to scam Americans.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like the businesses that just called me.
Yeah, no, they're probably sending a call center, and that's all they're doing is just dialing a bunch of random numbers all day.
Oh, bitch ass trying to get me to go to Walmart. I want you to go to Walmart and get me I almost started to do the accent, but I know there's other people that do accent better. We're not going to do that now, but I'm even going to make the attempt. But yeah, man, I would just say to you, bro, not all Scientologists are bad people.
I would never make a claim saying that all Scientologists are bad people, although
they're not all horrible gremlins that you think they are.
But they looked short. No, the reality behind it is, though, even though on paper it doesn't seem non-threatening, and doing my own research into the beginning stages of Scientology, yeah, it is a really helpful. They have really helpful information, right, to improve communication and self-relations. Although further down the line, it gets a little wacky to the point where they've already told you so much true information that when they start seeding in the little bits of false narratives they're pushing on their members, it's really hard to deny it.
Hinduism has gods with multiple arms. Jews believe that a rock gave water. Christians believe somebody died. So I'm saying is, yeah, they've got it's a religion though. So we got to just look at it objectively and go, you know what I'm saying? The Mormons think a guy looked into a hat and read stuff off a gold plate. So you can always be like, we could be anti-religion. Whatever your religion is, we like religion.
I love the concept of religion and all religions out there, especially expanding upon spiritual beliefs, because just as anybody can logically deduce, there probably is going to be another step after we all die. So everybody at some point in time,
bro, you throw so many big words in there, and you make your whole idea like 10 times longer than it needs to be. What are you trying to say in a shortened phrase? Everybody's
going to die. So after some point in time, they, are going to wonder what's after this? What's after this life? So I think it's just a natural evolution in everybody's thinking to want to explore something spiritual or religious.
Absolutely. And I think it keeps you in line, not just them, me. I'm religious. Keeps me in line, but I believe that my religion's right and your religion is wrong. So